Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, friends, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'm Shailesh Fulsunge, father of a superboy, a hotelier since 1988, a Taj veteran, Amazon number one best-selling author, a steward transformed into a managing director, founder of Mellon Hospitality Private Limited. In this video, I'm going to talk about a strategic partnership of our company Mellon Hospitality with the investor who is seeking space in the hospitality industry. Mellon was incorporated in 2011. We have completed around 14 years. We've been doing hotel consulting projects. We've been developing properties for the clients pan India, managing hotels, setting up F&B outlets, setting up hotels, working out on the SOPs, so on and so forth. Myself, being in the industry from past 35 years, I was always having a vision of getting into this hospitality space, which is quite open, quite big. India is a very, very, very big market. We have domestic share, we have international share as well. How much ever international brands may come to India as operators, but India can absorb everybody. So, as a company, we have decided to work out a strategic partnership with the investors and take the things ahead with a different version altogether. We are going to have various models within this particular venture. This particular venture would be having its presence pan India. Okay. The idea is to have an asset holding company. The asset holding company will be majority stake will be with the investors. Myself, Shailesh Fulsunge, would be the technical partner or technical director in the company, which I'm going to explain further down how the entire structure will work. Okay, before that, let us give you a little brief about what exactly we are looking at. As a company, this particular company will be floated as a private limited company or an LLP. It will be a special purpose vehicle wherein we are looking at developing, managing, doing joint ventures, having revenue models, revenue share models, lease models, so on and so forth. So it's a combination of lot of things happening. You will get better understanding as we move ahead with this video. We will have hotels, we'll have resorts, we'll have palaces, we'll have forts, we'll have flotel. What do you understand by flotel? Flotel is hotel on water. Almost all the states, not all, majority of the states, the tourism department has lakes, rivers, wherein we can look at doing flotels. So that will be a strategic tie-up with the government. That is also one aspect of it. So moving forward, I would like to give you a little brief about how the things will move ahead. We will have this holding company with the investors and myself on the board. We also as of now have a team of board of advisors from various faculties, various departments. which is required. We have a strategic advisor who is who is ex-Taj, who is more than 40-45 years of experience, legal experts who has a lot of hotel agreements and deals, procurement experts with 45 40-45 years of experience. We have operational stalwarts who've been managing hotels, being GMs and VPs. We have housekeeping experts with 30-35 years, corporate chef and business development team. We have corporate trainer with more than 30 years of experience. We have project engineers and architects in-house. So we have a wonderful team with us. Here, how do we take it forward? There will be a asset holding company, which will be the ownership company, wherein the main investor and myself will be on the board. Melon Hospitality will be a technical partner, a technical company which will be only taking care of hotel projects, asset management, hotel operations, licensing with the brands, all those activities in terms of technical aspects of the complete work of the company. The other part will be advisory board. Advisory board will have all the advisors roped into the system in terms of project, doing the greenfield or a brownfield project, or signing up some brands. So all these advisors will be present within the system. So project 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever, on various models, we will work it out. So we are looking at the market size now. I will just give you a little brief about what is the hospitality and tourism market altogether in India. Up to 2028, the market size is focusing on getting into the number of 200 US billion dollar. The contribution to GDP, the Indian GDP, would touch around $200 million, 194 to be specific. This is what the trend says. I will give you a little bit brief about the spending pattern as well. Domestic spending, foreign spending. Domestic spending is around 12%. Foreign spending is about 88%. There are, I can talk about the key trends when it comes to the foreign tourist arrival in India. In millions, we have already touched 20 million foreign tourists in 2020. I have the data only up to 2020. This data has come from the tourism department. Domestic expenditure on tourism is around 200 million US dollars up till 2018, and it is expected to touch 406 billion US dollars by 2028. Look at the jump. Next 10 years, we are looking at 406 domestic expenditure on tourism in US billion dollars. I have the data for the projected supply in various states, in various cities. I don't want to touch that. There's quite a bit of research has happened. The foreign tourist arrival data is there with us. I would like to talk to you about SWOT of our Indian travel and tourism industry. Very important, because unless you do a SWOT on any particular industry, you will not be able to understand where we are heading, where we are going to, how we are going to move forward. So strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Our country is really, really very, very rich in cultural heritage. Nobody can touch India. All of us agree on this. Point number one. Point number two, all over the country, especially states like Himachal, Uttaranchal, Kashmir, Jammu Kashmir, the northern part, northern beauty, the northeast Indian states, the Seven Sisters, they have beautiful landscapes, which is a big attraction for the foreign tourist and the domestic tourism. Wellness, adventure is a good combination in India. People are looking at India because they save a lot of money. India is well equipped in terms of professional doctors, in terms of medical equipment, in terms of hotel surgeries, various kind of specialized treatments. So India is always look forward. Third, our food, our cuisine, the food festivals, etc. A big attraction. Swachh Bharat has actually made a big bang. Digital India, Incredible India, Atithi Deva Bhava. Atithi Deva Bhava is our backbone. People really love Indian hospitality. If you have traveled abroad, you will understand our Indian hospitality is having so much of personal touch. How we greet people, how we take care of people. So Atithi Deva Bhava is our signature line. We talk about some nice what you call openings which have done up by the present government. Visas on arrivals are happening to the our friend countries, people traveling of the friend countries, so on and so forth. Weaknesses, let us accept weaknesses also. We have limited supply of good hotels because India is developing left, right, and center. But demand for the hotel rooms are going higher day by day. Right hotel rooms, F&B facilities are not available in tier 2, tier 3 cities. You will accept this. India is still lacking in terms of doing little bit of marketing in terms of across the borders. So the government is trying to market ourselves. It is moving ahead, but to far extent we still require a lot of effort. That is the weakness. The problem of transportation, connectivity, traffic, pollution, hygiene factors, skilled labors, there is a problem. However, in recent years, the infrastructure of the country has developed. I think you will definitely agree with this because our Mr. Nitin Gadkari, the highway man, the infrastructure man, is really working on it. We have to accept it. If you travel, you see the connectivity, the national highways, the state highway, their connectivity, further going down in the villages, you will get proper roads, the rails, the railway, how it's moving ahead. We're talking about bullet trains, we're talking about one day Bharats and all those high end trains. So it is really developing. So the transportation, the infrastructure of the country is developing, which is the backbone of any growing economy. Lack of advertisement, lack of marketing in terms of putting our food across. Our food is liked all over the world. However, we are not able to market it properly. That would be our weakness, but there's a scope of definitely working on it. Let's talk about opportunities. Opportunities, I talk about 100% FDI, recreational facility, airport expansion, city infrastructure, hotel and resort construction. FDI is coming on automatic route. India has opened up hospitality and travel industry wherein you can rope in funds on automatic route. It's a big advantage. So information and technical app based services which is boosting the industry, it is really growing. We have become tech savvy country now. when the new government came in 2014, when they spoke about doing the UPI, everything becoming digital. So there were certain arguments happening, I remember. But today, if we go to a vegetable vendor, if we go and buy a, maybe a 10 rupee samosa pav or a vada pav, you can do a UPI payment. So that's how the digital growth has happened in India. India as wellness and tourism destination, it is very popular. Like just 2 minutes back, I spoke about people are liking to come to India. They save money, they get best of the treatments and the facilities available in India. Foreign companies are looking at India as an emerging market. That's an opportunity. Threats, national and regional border tensions are always there, were always there. It will be always there because our neighbors, China and Pakistan, we are not in good terms with them. They are jealous of us. They are not willing to accept. They are not ready to accept our growth. The way the country is going, they are not very happy about it. So all these things will be happening as part and parcel. Also, a big threat, India being 97 amongst the 141 global economic safety and security parameter. If you look at the parameter, we are standing 97. So safety parameter is a question, it's a threat. Then unregulated infra development from tourism, widespread property and presence of beggars, the threat, not good. Especially at the holy places or the tourism spots, you'll see a lot of beggars, disturbing the tourists. So this is a threat. It is not good. Nobody likes it. So we have discussed about the threats. Let us talk about the business model now. What are we looking at? How do we get into the business, which is the main chapter, right? It is the main topic. So here we are looking at developing a portfolio of various models. Only working on a single model will not work because if you want to go a long term, if you want to do a long term strategy, and this will be a special entry wherein not all of them are doing this. I'm talking about we getting into the ownership space. We get nice negotiated deals. We get into the ownership. We buy hotels, we buy resorts. Because the moment we get into the ownership space, we create a hold on the Indian market because not all the brands are owners. They are mere operators. Secondly, I'm talking about joint venture. Lot of opportunities, lot of hotel and resort can be developed on joint venture basis. A lot of people don't want to sell their land. However, they're looking at joint venture partners. We not doing the investment on land, we getting into the complete development of it, and we come into the partnership with them and get into a joint venture. We become the part owners. However, all the technical aspects remains with us because most of the landowners, 99.99% are not hoteliers. They don't understand H of hotels. So they would be partners or maybe sleeping partners, joint venture partners. Thirdly, the big format is joint management contracts. All the hotel brands, all, right from five-star deluxe brands to four-star mid-market level brands in India are working on clear management contracts. What is a management contract? It's just a brand or a professional operator coming into the picture and doing a management contract, taking his top line and bottom line fee, nothing else. They have zero investment. They charge on the technical services. They take their fees on top line, which is the uh, total revenues, and the bottom line, which is the operating income. Third model is the lease model, which most of the brands don't touch. There's a big space where we can look into. Obviously, when we take any property, we have our own technical way of looking at it. We will do our own feasibility. We'll look at whether the project will be viable and feasible or not. The next would be a minimum guarantee. Or lease model MG minimum guarantee can be worked out in a combination. Last but not the least would be a revenue share model. So multiple models we can look at which can increase our portfolio and create our presence by having large inventory in the market. We are talking about marketing strategy now, without which things will not work. One should have a marketing strategy. You cannot just enter into any business without a marketing strategy. So there is a serious work which has already been done. So I will just give a brief little bit of outline how the marketing strategy we are looking at. We are looking at a digital. So combination of digital, physical, offline, sales, cross platforms. When it comes to digital, we'll talk about customer engagement programs, product promotions, festival and seasonal promotions, email marketing, social media marketing on various platforms, SMS marketing, so on and so forth. Digital marketing is the cheapest and the fastest way to enter the marketing part of it, the touch the right clientele. There are various platforms which are on the chargeable basis. They run sponsor ads, and we can reach the right and targeted market. Physical offline, we talk about the travelers review, sponsorship and events, print media, merchandising, clubs, so on and so forth. When we talk about sales, corporate sales, word of mouth, loyalty program, online travel agent sales, a strategic tie-up with the OTAs. When we talk about cross-platform, we talk about government collaboration, we talk about foreign tie-ups, we talk about brand ambassadors, brand associations, so on and so forth. Let us talk about challenges and solutions. Yes, without which things will not work. You should analyze the challenges. There are challenges. None of the industries are happily doing. There are no challenges. There are a lot of challenges. Very important. There are 4 or 5 points I will broadly discuss. There are a lot of them, but I will discuss majorly the 4 points. First and foremost, valuation of assets. When you go to buy a property, most of the times the asset is overvalued. We have team of experts. We understand the valuation part of it very nicely, so we can get the nice deal. The solution is what? The biggest solution to get the best deal is the having liquidity with us, upfront payment. So once you have upfront payment, negotiation always falls on your side. Point number one. Point number two, skilled and trained manpower. Skilled and trained manpower is a big challenge. Big challenge. What is the solution? Solution is having institutional tie-ups and having in-house development sale. That cell, the development cell in-house, it will create a lot of good products, which I am personally a fan of it. You should have a development cell within the system, within the company. The online operators like Oyo, Tribo, Fab, all these online operators are challenges for us, but they are not into the larger or the elite models or the upmarket segment. They are mostly into the low market and mid market segment. They take over the properties of 20, 30, 40 rooms, 50 rooms to the maximum, or maybe 60 rooms, not more than that. The larger properties, they don't have the say, but yes, the larger chunk of the hotel rooms, which lies in the mid market segment, they have their presence. How do we look at a solution? Having high customer loyalty index strategy and operational expertise. Operational expertise will always give a plus point because all these OYOs and Tribos and Fabs, they are not operators. They are only marketing it. They are only doing their they are putting their online expertise to get business. You are getting business, you are getting the customers to the property, but if the customers is not given the right service, the word of mouth will not be right and you will not get the repeat business. And you must have also experienced when it comes to OYOs, Tribos to far extent still okay, but OYOs, they are the customer reviews are most of the hotels are really very bad because it is operated by the owner himself who is not the hotelier. He is running the hotel whatever with whatever knowledge he has, whatever experience he has. But a big no when it comes to service, when it comes to the food part of it, when it comes to the hospitality part of it. The branded operators are only doing management contracts. That is also one of these challenges. So getting management contracts at the initial stage is not easy because the market, the larger operators, the bigger names, the bigger brands, they are already doing management contracts, so they have the edge over it. But here we have little edge over them because we are going to be highly customized. All these operators are working on the SOPs given by the parent company, which is sitting either in US or in UK or in Singapore. So they have to work on the SOPs or guidelines given by them. We are in a position to highly customize and be flexible in the business models. That is the greatest advantage. I would give you little risk factors also since we are talking about the industry. I would love to be little frank. So hospitality industry is a shared economy. So Airbnbs, homestays, home away, house trips, blah blah blah. All these are into the market. Everybody is making money out of the uh, tourism and hospitality industry. So they are part of the sharing economy. Changing consumer demands. Changing consumer demands is the biggest risk because the, the thinking of the customer is changing. So we have in-house expertise wherein we'll be completely focusing on the changing consumer demands and act accordingly and get into the market with whatever the present requirement is. Shortage of experienced personnel. Obviously, every industry is having shortage of technical people, the right experts. Here, myself, I've spent 35 years in the industry. Roping in right people at the right time, at the right place would be my responsibility. Unless you have right team, you cannot move forward. So this is what I believe in. So not a problem. Getting in right people is pay rightly, get people rightly. Simple. Customer perception of the risk, wherein we talk about political and social violence. We talk about bio outbreaks. We had a corona last time. Recessions, yes, a big factor. Global recession always affects. Terrorist attacks, by God's grace, from past 10 years with this new government, there are no terrorist attacks as such. But before that, we used to face a lot of terrorist attacks in the tier 1 cities, in the cities like Bombay, Bangalore, Delhi, Ahmedabad, all these cities were always on the target of terrorists. But as of past 10, 11 years, we have not heard about such attacks happening. Thanks to the government, thanks to uh, the intelligence. Changing government regulations. Whenever the government is changing, regulations are changing. So we are used to it. We have to work how what best we can do with. Let us talk about the competitive advantage. The competitive advantage for us, we should remember this. We are an asset-based business model. None of the big brands, they are asset-based. They are only contact based, contract based. They do a management contract, they are operators. They are not having assets of their own. So asset based model is a big advantage for us. We are talking about ownership and control. We are talking about capital appreciation advantage. We are talking about stability advantage. Here we have got an edge over the big brands. Secondly, price leadership. We are looking at getting into the market segment, a mid-size market segment, which is tier 2 and tier 3 cities. All these cities of the country are growing, and there is a high demand of hotel rooms, of hotels and banqueting facilities. I'm talking about the Flotel project, which I discussed earlier in this video. Flotel project is having no competition. We can do a strategic brand positioning, which will definitely have an edge. We can do a good USP when it comes to Flotel. No gestation period. Let's talk about technology. We talk about data-driven management practices. We talk about system-driven operations. We talk about technology-based consumer interference with communication, interface and communication with the customer, developing such systems in every hotel of ours. The booking engines will play a major role. What and how will be the presence? We have worked out at our levels. We're talking about country dividing into four zones, obviously, north, east, west, south. So I have worked out on very scientifically with depth with these studies. I'm talking about north zone, which will consist of Delhi, NCR, Uttarakhand, Jammu and Kashmir, UP, Haryana. I'm talking about west zone, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, MP, Goa, Gujarat. So we will be doing a combination of luxury hotel, business hotels, apartment hotel, heritage hotel, resort, palaces, forts, combination of all these things. Okay, every particular model will be done scientifically. It's not on haphazard. Whatever I'm talking with substance. So east, west, north, south. Totally, we will look at luxury hotel, business hotels, apartment hotels, heritage hotels, resorts, palaces, forts. So the combinations will be with acquisitions, joint ventures, management contracts, revenue shares, lease model. I'm talking about pan India presence. We'll try to get into having our presence pan India ASAP. From all the four sides, things will start be working, and we will work on the timelines. We're talking about having 160 to 180 or maybe 200 properties ASAP. So I have also worked out on the strategic presence property wise. I have worked out on the strategic presence of the business format. We have worked out on the positioning in the competition, different brands, what is their inventory, what is their number of rooms in various cities. All those things have been worked out. We have our research team which has already done this. We have worked out on the gross revenue patterns. Let me give you a brief about the major cities of India. They are RevPARs of the 10 to 11 top markets. When we talk, let's start with Delhi. Delhi is doing RevPAR of 5,400, 5,500. Gurgaon is doing around 5,000. Jaipur is doing around 4,500. Ahmedabad is doing around 3,700 to 4,000. Mumbai is doing from 6,900 to maybe 8,000. Pune is doing 4,000 to 4,500. Hyderabad is doing 4,300 to 4,800. Kolkata is doing around 4,900 to maybe 5,300. Bangalore is doing 4,900 to 5,200. Goa is doing 6,500 to maybe 14,000 as well. Chennai, 4,500 to maybe 6,000. So these are broad RevPARs of various markets. I would like to talk about Mark Twain. You know what he had said about India? He said, "So far as I am able to judge, nothing has been left unturned or undone by man or nature to make India the most extraordinary country that the sun visit on his rounds." Somebody like Mark Twain is talking about India. Such highly is talking. Let's come to the bottom line, the business plan. Now, like I said, the company, the special purpose vehicle will be an asset holding company, the owner of all the assets, all the hotels, resorts, upcoming greenfields, brownfields, lands, whatever. The owners of the assets will be this asset holding, ABC Asset Holding Company, wherein the investors coming with the funds will be having the major stake, and Shailesh Fulsang and me will be on the minority stake. And I will just give you a little brief about how the things will work. What we are looking at is we are looking at doing a corporate office in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Mumbai will be having a corporate office setup wherein we will look at a rental office space which will have a corporate look. The office space maintenance, the office, the staff salaries. The staff will consist of internal social media team, back office team, the technical valuation, the legal team, the asset site assessment team, the BD team, the Melon itself as the company who would be running this, their fees, miscellaneous travel, stay expenses of the business development people who travel to various sites and the hotel locations. The total budget I'm talking about annually only 3 crore. Once we take out this budget, we are into the game. The team is hired, we are into the game, and the game begins. How the structuring will happen? Hotel Asset Holding Company shall be incorporated. It will be a LLP or a private limited company. Investors shall have the majority stake, which is 74% stake in the assets of the company. Shailesh Fulsungi, which is me, will be on the sweat equity, will be front liner, will be having 26% stake in the company. Investors shall remain the non-technical partners in the company, the sleeping partners in the company. If they are from the industry, well and good. So it will be a good helping hand for us or for me, wherein we can take the things forward. Or obviously, they would have all the administrative rights, all the powers of the as the directors. Investors, other than the technical aspects, they have all the rights. Technical aspects shall be, the decision shall be taken by myself. Obviously, before getting into any kind of decision, final decision, it will be discussed in the board. Melon shall fund the technical aspects of the entire business. Melon, as a company, a technical partner, will run the business as a whole, like property search, site visits and valuation, assessment of the hotel, resort of the hotels and resorts, green fields, brownfield projects, coordinating with the site agents and brokers, brand tie-ups, end-to-end coordination, strategic partnerships with hotel brands, hotel operations in case we are operating the properties, asset management services in case the brand is operating. We take the technical discussions with the brands, be a watchdog for the brand, buying of assets and selling of assets too. Whatever assets we have purchased, we can work out, we can book good profits if required, if the time permits, if the board permits, we can sell the asset and book the profits ASAP so that we are getting our investments free, coordinating with the media management work, FHRA, H&RA, attending the seminars, all those things will keep happening. We will also talk about the brand building part of it. Holding company shall also develop its own brand in various segments. I'm talking about 5-star deluxe segment, 5-star properties, 4-star deluxe, 4-star hotels, 4-star entry levels, 3-star luxury collection, boutique hotels, business hotels, resorts, foods, flotels, service apartments, so on and so forth. So we are looking at this industry as a whole. So we will be in all these segments with a huge plan, but it will be done step by step. It is not on ad hoc basis. It will be done very scientifically. All operations shall be managed and handled by Mellon Hospitality Private Limited purely on management contract, doing a top line and bottom line work or asking for a top line and bottom line fee. Holding company may source out the operations to the hotel operators or the hotel brands, having Mellon as asset manager, because Mellon is the in-house technical company which will be a watchdog on the brand, on the hotel operator. Holding company may also develop its own hotel. We may buy greenfield land parcels. We may look at developing hotel projects and resort projects, wherein Mellon will have its PMC. Mellon will do a PMC, project management consulting, with all the experts having in-house. This is how we are looking at. I have tried to summarize the entire business plan in this video, but obviously I look forward for a one-on-one meeting to take the things forward. Till then, have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.